Like I said, I'm heartbroken, but this is what happens. And I knew that when he became a world champion, everything was going to change. And of course, everybody wants to work with him. Of course, now everybody wants to jump in the train now that is running. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who he wants to work with or what's going to happen. We'll know in a few weeks or whatever, who's going to take over or whatever. But I just think that there's a lot of people talking behind his head and, tell him that, they could do a better job or whatever. But look, we got him to a world title, a great purse, and everything went great, and I'm happy for that.
Do you have any idea what sparked it? Like, was there some sort of issue or anything that like gave you a hint that this could be coming?
The only thing that I can remember, after he left, because I don't train him, I was just negotiating for him, and I called him about the fight with Culver, the rematch, and he was super happy. He knocked out Culver. I got him the fight with De Los Santos, and he was super happy about that. And then I got him a better fight. I got him a fight for a world title. He was so happy. He said, "Hey, Jose, thank you so much. I'm gonna knock this guy out. I'm gonna beat him." Super happy. Thank you so much. And that's it. After he won the title, everything changed.
So you had
Yo, mi gente. Now, I got a lot to say about this, you know what I'm saying? Before we get to it though, this is the universal favorites of fight fans from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the #1 source for combat news and creations. If you're new to this channel, this is where I cover the most latest, greatest, and exciting fight news while also elaborating my personal thoughts, perspective, opinions, so on and so forth. If that's the type of content you're into, make sure to smash that like button for your boy, subscribe, click the notification bell, do all that good stuff. Now, I want to play a game, right? And this game is called Relate or Debate. Now, I want to give a shout out to Louis Colon for Cash Apping me, the Cash App compadre right there. I appreciate you, my brother, because I had mentioned this in the video previously to this one, and he liked the idea so much that he had to Cash App me, and I think this is something that we'll follow up on now. So I want to give it a shot, and I want to play a game called Relate or Debate in the comment section about this specific topic between Jose Rayo Valenzuela and Jose Benavidez Sr. Now, how the game is played is really simple and easy. If you relate to what I'm saying and you agree, you put relate in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? If you don't relate and, you want to try to pick a little argument or something, not an argument, but a debate, then you put debate on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to attend to every comment that says debate, but whatever comment does say debate, we'll have the chat familia, the VIC SZN chat familia, go ahead and challenge you on your debate, and then you guys could chop it up, and maybe I might run across something that open up my mind to mention on the next video. So I'll actually give you the shout out as well. That's how we get down here. But if you guys seen that intro, I want you to understand something, right? We had Jose Benavidez Sr. mention a few things that kind of stuck out for me, and a side of me does feel like he's playing a little dumb. You know what I'm saying? And here's why. So if you guys remember the original post from Jose Rayo Valenzuela, and shout out to the weirdos in the comment section talking about that his name is Valenzuela, not Venezuela. Listen, I talk how I want to talk. If I typed it Valenzuela, then that's what I meant. The title says Valenzuela. If I said Venezuela on accident, then it just comes out the tongue that way sometimes. Valenzuela though, okay? I get it. But, Jose Benavidez Sr. stated in that video that, he didn't have a training agreement or whatever the case is. Like, he didn't train Rayo. It was just a management situation. Now, one thing before I get to my point is that, it seemed like it's a little more, because it seems like he low-key is taking credit and pride for the victories of, someone like Rayo, according to how he's carrying the situation now, being clueless and feeling like, he was entitled to more. Give me one sec. Okay, now this still ill look. You know what I'm saying? One of my lights turned off. It's still ill look. So we're going to keep it this way. But one thing that I noticed was like, if you didn't train them, then it should only really, I feel like the connection really comes from the training. You know what I'm saying? But even with the management, you guys have a good relationship. He mentioned that he never trained Rayo. Now, I want to pull this up real quick. And this is the original post from Rayo, and that, you know, caught us all by surprise on the X app, called formerly known as Twitter. And this is what he says on there for those of you that need to do some catching up. But this is just to also check what Jose Benavidez said, which is confusing. Let's get to it. Again, Jose Rayo has stated, "Hey everyone, hope you're all doing good. Just want to clear up some things I've been hearing lately about the next fight. But I'm no longer in managing or training relationship with Jose Benavidez Sr." All right? I don't think I have to say any more, but just that alone. Just notice that I'm emphasizing the training part. Not managing or training, right? So my thing is, according to Jose Benavidez Sr., they only had a managing position. Here's my perspective of this, and this is where we could play to relate or debate. In my opinion, what's going on is that, according to how Jose Benavidez Sr. is kind of talking and kind of seeming like he had no idea, and then also in that interview he mentioned he don't know who Jose Rayo would go to. He don't know he said he don't know who he would go to. He don't have no idea who he would go to. And that's kind of like, come on, we can't play this dumb. I think it's pretty obvious who he's going to go to. You know what I'm saying? Robert Garcia. Yeah, I mean? So that kind of threw me off as an individual that is kind of playing victim, too much of a victim role in this situation. And I know that there has to be more to it. Even when he said, I knew once he became champion, he was going to switch. Why would you just know that? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to say, like, usually people do this all the time when they make it to a world champion, they switch. But unless you were being 100 throughout that whole situation, there's no reason for you to feel like your fighter would snitch after you took him to a world champion. I know it happens, but it doesn't just happen for no reason. There's a lot that comes behind that. You know, Wilder had eventually switched because he just thought something was up with his drink. You know what I'm saying? He thought his trainers was putting stuff in his drink. This, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? He would start getting knocked out. So, you know, you have to adjust sometimes. You know what I mean? But after you win so many champions, why switch to if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So this is why I feel like something doesn't really add up for the you know, Jose Benavidez situation. Not only that, it's almost like he wants to take credit for the wins, but not so much credit for the losses. You know what I mean? Let's get to my point. I don't want to hold you guys up. I truly believe that Jose Rayo Valenzuela wasn't getting the fair treatment into that gym. And I say that because maybe there was a lot more attention going on to David Benavidez and so on, you know what I'm saying? And maybe he wasn't the main focus. The fact that Rayo mentioned that he will no longer be in a training, you know, relationship with Jose Benavidez Sr. And the fact that Jose Benavidez Sr. doesn't mention that he trains him, that it's just a managing position, off the rip shows that there is something not right about this situation. It also shows that he don't want to take, he don't want to get backlash. This is what I see. Jose Benavidez claiming that he didn't have a training relationship with him saves him from a lot of situations that, you know, people would try to accuse him for. Like, look it, he got knocked out by De Los Santos when he was with you. You know what I'm saying? And then he came back to win a world title without you. He don't want to go and fall into those type of conversations. So that's why, to me, it makes sense for him to say that he didn't have a training relationship with Jose Benavidez, with Jose Rayo Valenzuela. I think it makes sense because if he does say that he had a training relationship with Jose with Jose Rayo Valenzuela, it's too many Jose's in this motherfucker. What's up with you? I'm going to just say Benavidez. I don't get confused with David or Jose Jr. I'm going to say Benavidez. So when Benavidez goes to only manage, you know, someone like Rayo and leaves out the training part and says that he had no training, you know, relationship with Rayo, it automatically eliminates him from those type of conversations that we can't say, hey, when he was with you, he lost to De Los Santos, right? And then when he left you, he got a championship with Robert Garcia. So he automatically takes himself and separates himself from that type of conversation by saying he's only the one that managed it and got him these fights. And that's why he's mentioning, yeah, when he got Cobra, I got him the Cobra fight, I got him the De Los Santos fight, I got him the World Championship title fight. So in my head, I think that there was a lot to the story that we don't know about that Jose Benavidez Sr. is intentionally not mentioning because he understands that this may make him look bad. Should Rayo had called Benavidez? Sure. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But I believe that there was probably more to this situation that we know. That, maybe there was a situation, and this is how I see it, that when it came between Rayo and Jose Benavidez Sr., is that Jose Benavidez Sr. might have kept it strictly business for a specific situation without letting know Rayo anything or without having proper communication about the situation that ultimately triggered Rayo to reflect that back to Jose Benavidez Sr. and kept it business to the extent where he sent him the emails, he sent him the mail to the address, his physical address, and to his gym 6 days prior. It's business at the end of the day. So he did what he was supposed to do, Rayo. Now, for principles and whatnot, we would like to have that better communication, that direct contact where you go, yo, why the hell you ain't just hit me a person? I thought we was cool. But as mentioned, there had to be something within the background of this situation for Rayo publicly saying that he's not doing a training relationship with Jose Benavidez Sr. In addition to the managing, but one thing I want to point out is the training. And I think that a lot of us might be overlooking that type of idea. Training. Jose Benavidez is not mentioning anything about training. He said we only had a managing situation. But I feel like he's not correcting Rayo during this process. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, why not correct Rayo? Like, Rayo, come on, it just don't seem like it's a genuine response from Jose Benavidez Sr., where he could at least be like, yo, Rayo, come on, bro. Like, I love you like my son. I didn't get that feeling, that vibe. When you really got done dirty, and then you got the opportunity to actually speak out on it, and you was 100% right about the situation, and you truly care about this individual, why don't you be like, yo, Rayo, like you talk personally to Rayo through the camera lens. Yo, Rayo, what happened, bro? Like, it's all love. I don't know why you would publicly put this type of information out there. You know what I'm saying? This is for nobody. This is between us. I know that I heard that you send it through the email, whatever, but bro, where's this coming from? You could have at least called me. I never had a training relationship with you. Everything had to do with managing. I got you these fights. But I don't know where you're talking about training, and it seems like you're exaggerating this situation to the extent where it's making me look like we didn't have a great relationship with each other. You know what I'm saying? Jose Benavidez Sr. response doesn't sound genuine. To me, it sounds like he might be a bit butthurt about the situation. In my opinion, right? And y'all, like I said, we're going to play relator debate. And the reason why, as mentioned, is because he don't want to take any accountability or any type of, ownership of the training situation. Because as mentioned earlier, he would fall into the topics and conversations of, well, when he was with Benavidez, he got knocked out by De Los Santos. He also, went into he also lost to Colbert in a controversial loss, right? In a controversial fight. The moment he leaves, he comes back and gives the best performance of his life against Pitbull Cruz, where he became world champion. Now, shout out to Benavidez for closing that fight, if he did close that fight. But my thing is, we all seen who was in the corner with Benavidez. We all seen the footage, the training footage that was being done at Robert Garcia's gym. So I think a lot of this was, premeditated by Rayo, so that way he could always have the last say in the situation. Like, no, bro, you see me in the gym all the time with Robert Garcia. You see me over here doing this and the third. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it. Conclusion, just to sum it all up into one little brief sentence. If I could try to do that, damn, I had something in my throat for a second. I would say that my prediction, my thought of this situation, that Jose Benavidez Sr. is not being fully genuine about this situation, considering his response. You know, when you say certain things like you care and somebody was like your son, but you respond in a way where you're not clarifying certain things, where it's like you think everything was all good. But then you also state that you knew he was gonna leave when he became world champion. Why don't you clarify that? I knew he was gonna leave when he was world champion because I was already getting signs of him doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But there was none of that. It was just you already had a feeling. So if you had nothing to target a reason why he would want to leave as a world champion outside of you just thinking everybody wants to change when they become world champions, then I would assume it was something that you might have initiated. Something that you might have done. You know what I'm saying? Wrong. So that's one. The two, not claiming the training of Rayo when he publicly stated it. You know what I mean? And three, saying that you have no idea where he would go to when it's obvious that he went to train with Robert Garcia, where he gained his world title against Pitbull Cruz. So that's my take on it. You know what I mean? And I definitely want to hear y'all. Before we get to that, though, you already know what's up and what time it is. Let's get to it, baby. This is the universal favorite to fight fierce from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the #1 source for combat news and creations. Let me know your thoughts about this topic. Comment down below. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play relate or debate. You know what I'm saying? If you relate and you agree, just type in relate and with a thoma. You know what I'm saying? Drop a thoma in that joint, right? After that, you know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling what I'm saying, just put debate. And somebody will challenge you or I will. You know what I'm saying? But if you want, you could put debate and then explain further after that. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see how the things go from there. Before you even do that, though, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified for each joint that I drop. You know, make sure to cash at me too if you want to support the channel. We got the cash chats popping. The information will be there in the description. We got the super chats, the super thank yous. We got official memberships. Make sure to check out our memberships. We got 3 options for you to choose from. Pick which one fits you best and join the familia at the VIC SZN Cartel, baby. We also have fire merchandise. Come get fresh with us. Shop with us. You already know what's up. But I'm going to let it go like that. You already know what's up. I'll be here when you come back, cuz
VIC SZN got that flavor.
And we out, baby. Toma!